set higher for the number one seed. The Rams let one go the other night, so that'll definitely make things interesting down the stretch.
Yeah, and we haven't talked about Aaron Rodgers really much this podcast, but he definitely seemed like he had kind of a bit of a COVID hangover during this game. He didn't seem like he missed a couple of throws. There were a couple of completions that were made, but behind the receiver, or we had MVS wide open on the left sideline, and then he had to slow down to catch the ball, and then if Rodgers hits him in stride, that's a touchdown possibly. I think of one of the Aaron Jones where it was kind of a similar situation.
Yeah, it was behind him. Before the pick.
Before
the pick. Yep. Could have been a touchdown, and then 2 plays later, an interception.
Yeah, I mean, a very uncharacteristic interception from him. We're not used to seeing him throw interceptions, but one like that where it was just a bad decision. It's kind of like what was going through his head, and then I forget who it was, but somebody was wide open on the right side of the end zone and that front pylon when he threw the pick. So if he had just put it kind of in that middle section of the end zone, that could have been a touchdown too, instead of throwing a pick in the end zone. But yeah, now we're hearing that he's on the injury list and he's got a toe issue, and he didn't practice yesterday. So I don't know. Is he going to be okay? Is he gonna bounce back this week against the Vikings?
I'm sure. It's the Vikings game. He has that personal, hatred for the Vikings, I think, because of the collarbone injury several years ago. The toe was on the injury list with the toe before this last game, so that's not new. He had that basically right when he was activated on Saturday. But yeah, even after that first or second drive, even his facial expression seemed off. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a difference between missing a throw or two and then not seeming like he was in it. And I picked up on that right away too. Hopefully, he's feeling better with the COVID situation, and he just wasn't quite in the groove, similar to like what we saw in week 1, right? The whole team was kind of off. Hopefully this was his little, he just had a tough game, and hopefully, we see him, whether or not we're a score behind or 5 scores ahead, you want to see him having fun. Not because, because when he's having fun and he's enjoying himself, it's he's in the game then, right?
Right.
I don't want to say, I'm going to come off as I'm criticizing him too much, because I'm not trying to criticize him. He seemed mopey out there. Like, he didn't seem in it. Does that make sense?
Yep. I think he's been mopey these last few weeks for sure.
Yeah, he probably. Why? What's been going on?
Not much. He's no criticism whatsoever on him as a person, but hopefully he can bounce back, and to your point, he's got that sort of personal vendetta against the Vikings, and I hope to see him bounce back a little bit. But again, one of those things where I feel like we've seen these last 4 years with him where he just kind of has these several games strings where he's just off. You know what I mean? He's not. He's still really good. Let's be clear about that. He's still really good, still one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. But when you're used to seeing him make every single throw for almost a decade, you just get kind of accustomed to that. And then when he's leading Devontae Adams into 2 defenders, or when he's throwing it behind Aaron Jones, or when he misses MVS a couple times a game on a long throw, you just start to wonder. What's going on and what's happening. But if there's anybody that can kind of right the ship from that perspective, it's Aaron Rodgers for sure.
Yeah, and I think he is, even though we love home field advantage, being indoor next week, I think is this Sunday, I think is going to clean up some of those freaky plays, slipping and stuff like that. We had receivers falling. More so on the Seattle side, which is surprising because you think they'd be used to wet grass, but I think everything hopefully will be cleaned up against a division rival again that is not out of it after they beat the Chargers last week. This is going to be a game, so I'm looking forward to reviewing that and watching that this Sunday.
Yep, me too, for sure. So I guess with that, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Again, the Packers blank the Seahawks 17-0. Come back next episode when we preview the Vikings and Packers game. Otherwise, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, GNG Boys with a Z. Follow us on your favorite podcast service. And Chuck, as always, go Pack Go.
Go Pack Go.